Gamit na gamit ang Bilyonaryo News Channel Kahapon si Ping Lacson Boy Tago ang guest nitong si Ma'am Pinky Web dyan sa On Point Ngayon si Tuta Soto naman. Anak ng toko, nanginginig na ba sa takot yung amo niyong oligarko? Talagang ibang klase ho silang mga kababayan. Maya't maya meron silang interview sa media. Nagpapanik na ba yung boss yung bilyonaryo? Anak ng toko, talagang gamit na gamit Ibang klase. Ayaw ka ba niyang matanggal bilang Senate President? Ha, Tuta? Ayaw ka ba niyang matanggal? Kaso hindi niya naman pwedeng gawin yung ginagawa niya sa, diba? Sa ibang chamber. Yung lahat pangalanan, baka mayari pa tayo dyan di ba? Mahilig pa naman Nako po. Eto, kung bago lang ko kayo sa PH Updates, ang like at ang subscribe, masaya na ho tayo dyan. At sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community, yung join button, nandyan lang ho sa baba. Re-recta ho kagad tayo dito sa interview ni Ma'am Pinky Web dito kay Tuta Soto. Ibang klase. Sa tingin natin, yung boss nilang oligarch, ay yung bilyonaryo, yung US dollar billionaire na amo nitong dalawang kumag na to. Kinakabahan na ngayong mga panahon na to. Pag nagkataon, ng toko hindi matatanggal si BP Sara. Yun ang pinaka worst case scenario. Worst case scenario ng administrasyon to. Hindi yung pag-uwi ni Zaldico. Ang worst case scenario ng administrasyon na to, makatakbo sa 2028 si Vice President Sara Duterte. Yan ho talaga ang kinatatakutan nila. Re-recta na ho tayo dito mga kababayan. Nako.
SP, thank you so much for your time and welcome again to the show.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, Pinky. Thank you for inviting me.
Senator
Nawala na yung angas ni Soto, no? Hindi kagaya ng dati, talagang hambugero yun Kala mo talaga merong bitaw wala naman.
President, ang una ko pong tanong, how stable is your position as Senate President?
Well, I think we're solid.
Ante Marcoleta was to take over the Blue Ribbon Committee.
Teka lang, bakit tumalon? Balik nga ho natin. Bigyan ho natin.
Well, I think we're solid. I think we're stable. Otherwise, there could have been a change of leadership Wednesday when there were attempts. But we were told, and I was informed by some of the members of the minority that they did not have the numbers. Parang kumbaga sa the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak.
Is it true, though, that there's a report on Politico that there were 17 already who had agreed to support Senator Loren Legarda? But upon allegedly hearing that Senator Rodante Marcoleta was to take over the Blue Ribbon Committee, some senators backed out. Would you care to comment on that, sir?
I don't think that's accurate. Never mind the issue of the Blue Ribbon muna. Doon lang tayo sa sinasabi na may 17. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it because baka meron lang isa sa mga members doon na nagsabi na may 17 na kami in the Senate. And I've been there since 1992. And I've experienced easily about 7 or 8 coups. Baka more pa. If you do have the numbers, you would have it in black and white. There's no such thing in the Senate to say, supportan kita. Sige, bukas boboto ka. No such thing. It has to be in black and white. Because anything can change in a matter.
Kailangan talaga nakasulat, no? Nakasulat yan. Sa lahat ng nasubaybayan nga natin dyan sa Senado, meron na ho talagang doon sa kasulatan na yon nakapirma yung mga, kumbaga formality na lang. Formality na lang yun sa floor pero behind the scene nagkapalitan na. Totoo naman ho.
Matter of seconds, in a matter of minutes. So, if there were 17, there would have been 17 signatures. It's as simple as that.
Correct.
So therefore, there were no 17 signatures. In fact, there were no 13 signatures. And I would venture to guess that there were no 12 signatures because one of them, a member of the minority, told me that he was willing to sign if there were already 12. And he said there was not. So he did sign.
And
what am I saying? In other words, the report that was given Politico was mistaken or an invention.
Could it also be a lot of mind games, Senate President?
Probably, yeah, to convince the others to sign or to join. That's a possibility.
Okay, I spoke to Senator Ping Lacson last night at pinakwento ko din po ano nangyari during that supposed or alleged or attempt to unseat you. Ang sabi nga niya, I think as early as Sunday night, he already heard about this possibility and he spoke to Senator Loren Legarda and the senator said that hindi siya interesado and that she needs to talk to Senator Miggs. And basically, the end of that was, she said, kailangan yung dalawang mag-usap. Senator Loren, you need to talk to Senate President Tito Soto. And subsequently, he actually even called you to tell you what he'd been hearing. Can you tell us more about that, sir?
Yes, very accurate. The story or the report that was being given by Senator Lacson is very accurate. He was informed some way, I don't know how.
Sabi niya
He
by
was
a member
informed.
of the majority, sir.
Okay. Pagdating ng Sunday night, he called me, informed me that he thinks Lauren will call me because there were talks of a change of leadership the following day. And then he was asking if I wanted to call Lauren or wait for Lauren. I said I'll wait for her to call. Pag ako naman tumawag, para naman ako hot na hot. Sabi ko, and then Miggs called me. He said he was deplaning late night and Lauren wanted to talk to him. So he dropped by the house of Lauren. And after they talked, Miggs told me, he called me again and told me that Lauren told him about the approach of the members of the minority, some members of the minority, and she said that she declined. And so Miggs was telling me that she declined.
Sorry, SB, she
Itong si Senator Loren, ano ho talaga siya? Naglalaro siya, nagtatampi siya sa dalawang ilog. Habang yung anak niya ay linilitsyon ng administrasyon, pasayaw-sayaw lang ho itong si Loren Legarda. Di ba? Nakarata ko, ang ganda siguro tingnan nun, no? Nung sa House of Representative, merong Congressman Liviste sa Senado, merong Loren Legarda. Grabe. Solid na solid ho. Datingan ng ano nun, ng bansa natin. Kahit pa paano, makakakita tayo ng pag-asa. Imbis na ika nga, sinamahan itong si Senator Loren ang kanyang anak. Ang dating ho parang mas importante itong mga kaibigan niya diyan sa Senado kaysa doon sa mismong anak niya na pinagtutulungan ng administrasyon itong si Bangag. Kawawa naman. Ganyan ho talaga buhay, di ba? Hindi naman ho natin, hindi porket ika nga nanay ka yung instinct talagang nasa sa'yo yan. Minsan nangunguna sa'yo ang pamumulitika at yung pwesto o takot siguro. Kung baka tinakot na siya pagka sumama ka pa sa usapan o mas nagsalita ka o kumana ka, mas yayariin namin ang anak mo. Siguro mas natakot siya. Ngayon, siguro ang dating imbis na oohan niya yung mga nasa minority para siguro hindi na pag-initan ng anak niya, ipapakita niya na yung loyalty niya ay nasa administrasyon o nasa mga oligarko, di ba? Hindi natin alam, naglalaro
he declined or she did not decline. Just to clarify, sir.
She declined the offer. That was what Miggs told me. And I think Lauren asked him what he thinks about it, and he said, Miggs, if I can quote him, he said, there's no way. There was no way I will not support the leadership of Senator Soto. Anyway, the following day, I was informed that 2 or 3 members of the minority were going to the office of Senator Legarda, and perhaps they were again trying to convince her. That's how it is. It was. In fact, pagdating ng session, if they had the numbers, I was thinking that they would come to see me, or one of them would come to see me, show me the signatures, and will tell me that they want a change of leadership, and the SOP would be, I will offer to resign instead of a vote on the floor. Ganun lagi ang ano dyan.
I see.
I don't recall any change of leadership na nakapilitan magbotohan eh. Because that is a very dangerous strategy. If you want to change the leadership of somebody, you have to make sure that you have the signatures. You have it in black and white. Otherwise, if you're relying on, yes, I will. Pagdating ng motion on the floor, the motion that would automatically be
Declare.
the first one is to declare the position of Senate President vacant, or declare all positions vacant. That is another strategy. But if that happens and many vote against, your coup is dead. So you you have to make sure that you have the 13 that will vote. And the only way to do that is to show the Senate President that you have the votes.
Ganun talaga yung tradition, I guess.
Yes,
Sasabihin
that is
sa
the
Senate
tradition.
President, we have the numbers and basically it's time to change leadership. I guess that's
Yes.
always happened even in the past. But Senate President, how would you describe your position as Senate President? Because I mean, since you took over, I remember, of course, you were Senate Minority Leader. Since you took over the Senate presidency, there's been always a lot of talks about coups, especially because medyo manipis po yung linya between the majority and the minority. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, I have been through worse. During our time as when I was majority leader and Senator Nene Pimentel was Senate President, we were only 13. And the minority were 11. So sanay ako dyan. And all right, sa akin kasi, I only serve at the pleasure of my colleagues. They can replace me anytime. I have no problem with that.
Yan ang mga litanya nitong si Tuta Soto. Ang pananatili daw niya sa ika nga kagustuhan ng majority sa kanyang pamumuno. Hindi totoo yan. Ang pananatili mo diyan dahil sa boss niyong oligarko, kay dalawa nitong si Ping, di ba? Ang pananatili niyo diyan dahil yan ang kagustuhan ng mga siraulo sa Malacanang. Diba yung mga may saltik sa Malacanang? Diba yung mga bangag sa Malacanang? Yon ang dahilan kung bakit nananatili ka dyan. Pero kung pagbabasihan natin, yung pamumuno nitong si Chis Escudero, itong si Boy Kilay, at nitong si Senator Rodante Marcoleta nung siya pa sa Blue Ribbon Committee, mas mainam naman yung kung paano nila sinalansan yung mga issue ng mga panahon na yon. Oo, hindi ganun kapopular, pero yun ang tamang gawin noong mga panahon na yon. Bakit? Dahil nga naman kailangan natin tumbukin kung sino nga ang mastermind diyan sa issue ng mga maanumalyang flood control. Pero ano ngayon diyan sa pamumuno mo, sino yung mga pinagtitira yung dalawang nitong si Ping? Pinagtitira niyo yung mga kasama niyo. Anak ng Towa, Traiji Bolivar, Adrian Bersamin, Martin Romualdez. Wala man lamang saldigo na dapat talaga pauwiin.
As a matter of fact, when there were talks about it last Sunday night, and even that Monday morning, Tuesday evening, the following day now, they might have the numbers. All that. I slept soundly. I have no problem with that. I can work as a senator, as a simple senator. I can be minority leader. I can be assistant to whoever. I have no problem. As a matter of fact, I'm used to that.
Isiniset na ho niya yung yung utak niya, yung mind conditioning ba? Alam na niya, ganyan ang kalalagyan niya. Anak ng Towa, sa Lunes, tignan natin.
There was a time.
Para doon sa mga senador, mag-isip-isip kayo, anak ng Towa. Hindi kayo poprotektahan itong Soto na to. Ang importante lang dito sa mama na to, yung amo niyang oligarko, yung boss niyang bilyonaryo. Itong si Ping Lacson at itong si Tuta Soto, ang mahalaga lang sa mga yan, yung boss nilang bilyonaryo. Kung ano gusto mangyari ng boss nila, dahil siguro yung boss nila gusto ma-impeach si BP Sara, dahil sigurado yung boss nila na yun may kalalagyan din pagka naging presidente itong si BP Sara.
And That's the 17 or the 14 Congress. I did not have a committee. But I can work. I can work on the floor.
So,
At,
handa po kayo sa kahit na anong mangyari
Oh,
against
yes,
this, really.
yes. You should be, once you are Senate President, you should always be ready to give up your post if your colleagues no longer have your trust. If you no longer have the trust and confidence of your colleagues.
But here's the thing, Senate President, is it your colleagues not having their trust in you, or could it be also the fact that the Blue Ribbon Committee draft, a partial report, was leaked, it came out, sir, and that there was a recommendation to file charges against 3 of the sitting senators. Kumbaga, 3 sa inyo, part po ng Blue Ribbon Committee draft report, partial report, is to recommend the filing against Senator Jingo Estrada, Senator Chis Escudero, and Senator Joel Villanueva. Malaking nag-impact ho ba yun sa inyong leadership?
Well, it was a, what do we call that? It's a draft. It's a draft eh. Baka medyo nabigla lang yung iba because akala nila yun na yung committee report, and then there were 2 or 3 members of the Senate who even thought na pinapabasa sa kanila, akala ready na, kaya pinirma. And then they found out it's a draft. That's why they were withdrawing their signatures. That's the real score behind that. Now,
Yun na yun, partial na nga yun eh. Sinabi na nga nitong si Ping Lacson, wala nang babaguhin dyan. Actually, redundant na yan eh. Akala siguro itong si Tuta Soto, hindi tayo nanonood ng ibang mga interview. Akala niya siguro pagka pinakinggan natin ang interview niya, yun lang ang pinakinggan natin. Hindi, pinapakinggan din namin yung mga kabalbalan nitong si Ping Lacson. Ang sinasabi niya nga doon sa mga pumirma, wala tayong magagawa. Ganun talaga. Diyan tayo dinala ng ebidensya, di ba? Ang ano lang naman dito, ang tawag dito, yung redundant na kasi nga naman daw yung sa Justice Department iniimbestigahan na rin yung mga pangalan na isinilagay doon sa partial committee report ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Pambihira talaga.
perhaps that will contribute into members of the Senate trying to change leadership and hopefully would get a support from the leadership just in case the report is correct. That could be one. But the other thing that we sensed was that Senator Amy Marcos, when we replaced her as chairman of the Committee on Foreign Relations and gave it to a member of the majority. That contributed probably to the members of the minority being thinking of changing not only the Senate President but also members of the chairmanships of the different committees.
Yeah.
That is possible. Pero sa akin kasi, even when I was talking to, how many? 3 members of the minority. Talking to them, they were telling me they have nothing against me. They are completely happy with my leadership, but
He said, she said yan. Hindi pwede yung ganyan. Hindi pwede sabihin na kinakausap mo minority na masaya sila sa pamumuno mo. Masaya sila ngayon, mamaya hindi na. Kasi nga sobrang daldal mo, mayat maya nagsasalita ka sa media. Di ba? Paglabas ng desisyon ng Korte Suprema, kagyat nagpapa-interview ka. Before siguro nung pagsasalita mo dun sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema sa impeachment ni BP Sara, gusto ka pa nila. Kaso sobrang pagbibida-bida mo, wala silang problema sa'yo, ikaw na nga nagsabi dyan na dapat dyan lagi black and white. Wala naman ganun sa Senado.
that's not the point. Ganun yung sa kanila eh. Walang problema sa akin because sa akin pag may problema, like what happened to the other Senate presidents before, may problema sa akin, I will not wait for them to change me. I will resign. Ang dali nun.
Imposible. Hindi mo gagawin yun na magre-resign ka sa kapal na mukha mo. Nakananto ka, baka batukan ka ng bilyonaryong amo mo.
No problem with that at all.
That's why I actually premised the question or the statement I made on
Sa kapal ng mukha mo, sa atat na atat mong pag-impeach kay BP Sara at gusto mo maging vice president, hindi ka magre-resign bilang Senate President. Anak ng toko, laway na laway ka nga eh.
Is it you? Or could it be the events that happened before and or after or during around the time of the coup? Because right now, sir, I can think of three. One would be the draft committee report of the Blue Ribbon. The other one would be yung pagpalit po ni Senator Erwin kay Senator Amy sa Foreign Relations Committee. And the third would be the disagreements, as it appears, the disagreements on China. Yeah. Yun po yung tatlong for now na
Yung sa China hindi kasali yun. Hindi kasali yung disagreement sa China. Wala naman disagreement sa China. Itong si Kiko Pangilinan, hindi lang talaga niya maintindihan na mas lalakas ang claim natin kung susundin natin yung mga suhestyon nitong si Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Simple lang ang doon argumento. Senator Rodante Marcoleta, yung ganda ng ng mungkahi mo. Pagtrabahuin natin yan, approve sa akin yan. Kung kailangan nating ipasa yan sa UN, ipasa natin para mas talaga solido. Ika nga marami tayong kargada pagka hinarap natin itong mga Chino. Kaso sila dapat pagka sinabi nilang galit sila sa China, dapat galit ka rin sa China. Yan ang nila. Ang problema nga dito mga kababayan, hindi ko sinasabing huwag tayo magalit. Meron naman talaga mga kagalit-galit na ginawa. Ang problema talaga dito, yung si Tariela. Yung si Tariela. Kahit na gusto nating magkaroon ng code of conduct, kung siraulo yung mga pumipinta sa baraha, anak ng toko, walang mangyayari dyan, matatalo.
Pinky, my answer, all of the above.
All of the above. Yan.
Tama.
Pero yung sa China, hindi. Sa tingin ko, yung pagsasalita niya sa Korte Suprema, yung chacha, yun number 1 yun para sa akin. Nung sinabi niya na palitan natin na saligang batas, mag-chacha tayo dahil hindi niya makuha-kuha yung pagiging vice president na pinapangarap na. Naglalaway ho yan naglalaway yan. Pangalawa, yung kay Amy Marcos. Yung pagtanggal sa kanya diyan sa Foreign Affairs, sa Foreign Committee on Foreign Relations, isa yan. Ano pa ba? Maraming kababuyang ginawa yan si Tuta Soto. Ilan lamang ho yan. Pero yung diyan sa tag dito, diyan sa issue ng China, hindi. Nagkakaroon nga tayo ng healthy conversation. Kumbaga, nabubulala sa sambayan ng Pilipino ang kalokohan itong si Kiko Pangilinan.
all right.
Absolutely right. All three are contributory.
May dadagdag pa po ako, isa na lang. The possible impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte.
No matter what the leadership change, no matter if it doesn't matter if there is a leadership change. As long if an articles of impeachment reach the Senate, the composition of the Senate will not change.
Correct. Tama
So kahit na iba yung Senate President, kahit ako pa Senate President, the composition of the 24 will not change.
Kaso nga yung pag yung magiging presiding officer kung bias, talagang magkakaproblema tayo. Yun lang naman ang iniiyak ng ibang mga senador napaka-bias mo, nagre-report ka doon sa amo mong oligarko. Hindi sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Di umano. Di umano. Hindi, di umano. Yung na yan, meron daw silang among oligarko sa yung dalawa niting lockdown. Diba? Among bilyonaryo. Di umano, yun ang sinusunod nila Yun ang kung anong gustong mangyari nung amo nilang yun daw di umano ang masusunod. Biglang bawi si PH. Di umano. Ayun naman yung mga nababasa natin sa news. Dami kasi mga chismosa dyan. Chismosa.
So, kahit sino pa yung iakyat nilang articles of impeachment. So, malabo siguro yan. Yun hindi ko isasama. Tama na sa akin yung top 3 mo.
All right. We're gonna discuss those, but we need
Yung top 3, mali yung sa China. Malamang sa malamang yung impeachment kasali.
Senate President, before I discuss those three, also this is very important to get it straight from you. What really is the issue on this term sharing? Ano ho ba talaga? Sabi po ni Senator Ping Lacson, half joke, half serious. Meron pong power sharing na pinost si Senator Kiko. Senator Loren basically was saying to ask you, please tell us what really is the issue, or is there really going to be a term sharing?
The term sharing was not discussed. Yung power sharing was part of the picture na pinapakita lang ni Senator Pangilinan doon sa aming parang break yung nagmimerienda. So nandun kami and then Senator Legarda was there, who was supposed to be the leader of the minority that they will be, you know. So parang
Kakatawa tong si itong si Loren Legarda. Ano siya? Hindi ho siya mapagkakatiwalaan, sa totoo lang, balingbing ho talaga yan. Dati pa naman, wala naman ho talaga tayong tiwala dyan sa Loren Legarda na yan. Balingbing ho talaga siya. Kung magiging Senate President ba siya, merong magbabago sa Senado? Tingnan natin yung ibang mga issue, kung siya ang sasalansan, kung siya ang mag-preside sa impeachment, kung siya ang... sa tingin natin, merong kahit paanong diferensya. Hindi kagaya nitong pagka si Tuta Soto ang sumisipat sa kartada, talagang bias na bias ang datingan niya. Itong si Legarda, bias din naman si Legarda. Hindi tayo kung si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano magiging Senate President, nung conforme ako na talagang magiging pares.
parang half joking well, no, Senator Pangilinan, I think was joking muna. Bongo was there, kaalis kang ni Bongo, nagbibigyan na nga siya. And then it was Mig Subiri who said, maganda rin sabi niya, kasi I won't mention the person, pero meron silang pinakita during that time na nag-uusap-usap kami. May pinakita sila na may isang nag-post sa internet na nagpalitan na raw at si Senator Legarda na raw ang Senate President. Yun ang sinabi niya. So parang pinagtatawanan ni Senator Francis na mukhang na kuryente, parang gano'n. Kaya siya nagkuha ng picture na ganyan na magkakasama kami. And then after that, Mick said, bagay, kasi yun yung nakapost nakalagay, sabi, the first female Senate President of the Philippines.
Are you
Kasi,
talking about Malutikia, sir?
I don't know if she's the one, but they showed me a post. A post saying
Si
that.
Prof. Malo ata ang unang, kay Prof. Malo ko rin nabasa ata yung unang yung unang post na yon na talaga nagkapalitan na, no. Pero nung ating tiningnan yung video, talagang wala po ko talagang palitan. Kumbaga nagkabulahan lang sila.
Now, Jeronima Pecson was the first lady senator. So wala pang first female Senate President. So sabi ni Mitch, pwede pwede rin. Pwede. Sabi ko, bakit hindi? Di ba? And then, at least, we'll let her sit kahit na 1 or 2 months before her term ends. Sabi ni Mitch. And nobody said no. Di ba? Sabi niya, yeah, pwede. Sabi ko, okay yun. Why not? Oo. Para magkaroon na ng first female Senate President at siya na.
So nothing set in stone.
No. Nothing set in stone, but we just might do it. It's a plan. It's an idea, okay?
Tapos na, talaga sila, power sharing sila. Term sharing ho sila. Malamang sa malamang, yun ang ginamit na pampalubag loob dito kay Loren Legarda. Ba't ka pa pupunta doon? Tayo na lang para solidong-solido pa rin tayo, di ba? Gusto ka lang gawin Senate President, ako gagawin kita, term sharing tayo. Ganon tong ginawa nila dyan.
That's what it is. It's not term sharing, it's not power sharing. It's an idea. It's a plan that...
Term sharing, power sharing. Anong idea? Nakananto ko. Nag-spark yung idea dahil liniligawan ng mga taga-minority si Loren Legarda. Mahirap na, baka maburyong siya, at least kung meron na kayong pinag-usapan, pwede mo siyang balikan na, akala ko ba Loren, nag-usap na tayo, term sharing tayo, bakit bigla ngayon kumakambyo ka? Excited na ako para dito kay Senator Loren Legarda pagka talagang binira na ng administrasyon ng anak mo. At hindi namang, sayang. Pagkakataon
Us in the majority
ayaw ho natin talaga, pati yung kay Congressman Lian, ayaw ho natin yung ginagawa ng administrasyon sa kanya. Di ba natin makita kung ano yung lohika nitong si Loren Legarda, kung bakit pagkakataon niya na yun, kumbaga Senate President ka, anak ng toko, huwag kang basta-basta mag-aano dyan, huwag yung gagalawin ng anak ko, talagang maghahalong balas sa tinulupa.
are willing to do.
All right. And then lastly on this issue, there was a previous interview, I don't know where, sir, where I actually heard you say that solid yung majority. In fact, there could be 2 other people that will join the majority. Sinabi niyo, I remember you said that. Am I correct,
Yeah.
sir?
Yes, that's correct. As a matter of fact, I will not be, do not be surprised if there will be, but we need not call it the majority. What we could come up with would be a group in the Senate that would have the same advocacy. Like for example, if there are some of the members of the minority who support us on the issue of the West Philippine Sea, the issue of China. Diba? There could be an advocacy that there will be more than 15 of us. That's what I mean. And do not discount the possibility, of course, of 2 or 3 members of the minority would like to join the majority, the so-called majority, if ever.
Yeah.
Because we're friends. We friends with everybody. We talk with each other. We know the intentions of others. We know the advocacies of the others. So,
But the 2 or 3, Senate President, how sure or how certain are you that they will be joining the majority, if at all, soon?
I'm just saying that it's possible. I would not say that it's 100% or sure or 100%. No. It's possible.
Okay. All right. Senate President, pag-usapan po natin yung tatlong issue that we referred to a while ago. Just very quickly, yung Blue Ribbon Committee draft report, ano po. Senator Ping said it was actually discussed last Wednesday, but more so is there going to be, and there were notes already that were agreed upon or that were suggested among the senators. What happens next? I mean, I understand the Blue Ribbon Committee needs about 11 signatures, and Senator Ping Lacson said, I think they have about, I don't know, 4 or 5.
No naman. I think he will get the 11 signatures. Well, let me talk about the context muna of the Blue Ribbon, okay? And any committee report. A committee report in the Senate will need a committee meeting muna, which sometimes they do not do if it is not controversial. So, pagka mayroong draft, iniikot muna to sa mga members yan, asking for their comments. Ganyan ang nangyari dyan sa draft na yan, na mayroong kung sinong malikot na nakahawak ng kung ano at binigay sa media. Na wala pa naman yan, draft pa lang yan. It could completely be reversed kung whatever. No?
Hindi na marireverse yan eh. Ito naman eh. Hindi kayo nag-uusap nitong si Pinky eh. Ang sinabi niya, yun na yun eh. Wala nang babaguhin doon. Kasi redundant na nga eh. Reverse.
So, ang nangyari ngayon, sabi nga ni Ping, teka, hindi yan ang tamang procedure. Yes, I reminded them. The procedure is that you meet. The committee meets and discuss it. And then do they agree with the comments? Do they agree with the contents of the transcript? Do they agree with the enumerations? Ganun dapat eh. And that was what happened. They did at 2 p.m. Wednesday, right after the Commission on Appointments session. Na meet sila, yung mga members ng committee. I think they had a majority, or most of them were there. And they agreed that itong point na to, ito, ganito. Ayusin natin. Ito kailangan diinan. Ito kailangan lambutan. Parang ganun yung usapan nila. Because I joined them later on eh. No?
Ang laho, ano na to, ginugood time na naman tayo nitong si Scalera. Iwanan na ho natin dito itong usapan na to ni Juan Bol. Ang sigurado tayo dito, masyado nyo kasing linoko yung Blue Ribbon Committee. Mantakin nyo, sa hearing ay nagkanda loko-loko, sa partial committee report nagkanda hindot-hindot din ho. Yan ang problema, di ba? Pagka merong pinagtatakpan, pati yung mga kasama nyo dyan, sigurado aalmahan kayo ng mga yan. So always, maraming salamat po sa pag-support sa PH Update. Mag-ingat po kayo lahat. Lahat ng Pilipinas.